Yes, we can, Coach. What we'll do is we'll let you go with a opening comment, and then we'll go from questions after that. Okay, Coach?
Okay. Obviously disappointed not to get the win. I thought that we had a great opportunity coming into this game, and really like our roster, I like our team. Everybody knows what happened. Everybody watched the game. Thought we played with tremendous energy and intensity and physicality defensively out of the gate. Loved our first drive offensively, took it down, got 7 points, got going, really had an opportunity to get some control in the ball game and had 3 turnovers. You had 3 turnovers there in the first quarter. It's where, you're around midfield. You got a chance to, stick the ball in again, to take control of the game, to get a lead on what everybody regards as the best team in our league. And those mistakes, you just can't keep making them. Really encouraged by the way that our defense competed all throughout the day. I thought that our offense showed some flashes, but I'd be lying to you if I told you that we played up to our expectation offensively. And the kids know it; they're frustrated. I wouldn't say frustrated. I'll say disappointed. I believe in them. I said, the reason I'm disappointed is because I think we've got some of the best running backs in the league. I think we got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think we got some of the best receivers in the league, and I have high expectations for them. I think our offensive line is so improved, and I have high expectations for them. And we didn't live up to those today. I think anybody that watched us today sees the improvement in the program. The kids, I told them they should be encouraged. I'm encouraged, but we got to get to the point where we're flipping that switch, where we're 10-7 and we're converting those drives into touchdowns, taking the lead against a good opponent at home, and you have a chance to really build and have, one of those big wins. We get a chance next week. We get to play again next week, so we're excited about that. But obviously, a lot to improve on.
Okay, we'll open up the questions for Coach Houston.
Coach, I know the numbers for the defense might not look the best on paper, but can you just assess? It seemed like they were able to create some pressure early, then maybe just on the field too much as the game went on.
Well, I think our speed and our movement, really did some good things to slow down UCF, and I think that's what you got to look at against a team like that. That explosive of an offense, you're never going to completely stop them, but if you can slow them down, then that gives you the shot, and that's what we did. You look at, get the one busted coverage in the first half, which is inexcusable. You got the one run right before the half, and then the one run late. Those 3 big plays were the 3 that kind of popped, out there as I was watching the game, real time. The rest of the time, I think we really made them work for what they got, and that's the real key. We got to correct our mistakes. Got to continue to push to improve. Disappointed we didn't force any turnovers. It's a big goal for us. So that's something we got to continue to work on.
Coach, when you look at, I know it was kind of the very start of the game, but you go down and get a touchdown. They had the weird 4 straight false starts and really kind of back in their end zone, but they're still able to score and equalize that. Just does that kind of speak to maybe their veteran and resiliency and how they can kind of bounce back and still control that situation a little bit?
Well, you have those big play guys, the Otis Andersons, all those guys, McCray, all those guys on offense. They're always going to have the ability to make the big play. So many third downs on that first drive, we had a chance to get off the field, and they were able to convert. I did think as the game went on, we were able to get those third downs, get those stops. So I thought we saw some improvement there. But, a team like that, like I said, you're never going to stop them. But if you can get enough stops within the game and you can convert those, and that's how you win that game.
Coach, you got to feel good about the position you put yourself in early in the ball game. You were hanging right in there with them, minus the turnovers. As you enter next week, you've got to feel good about if you can limit the turnovers, you're going to have a chance against a lot of teams this year.
Well, we got to improve. That's it. I think that the kids showed that they're going to play hard. The kids showed that they're going to play with some physicality and intensity and energy. That's a big key. But we got to eliminate the mistakes. I was hoping that we wouldn't have those in the first game, but reality is, and I know this, I've coached in a lot of first games, is you usually go through that. You don't have the turnovers, you don't have the penalties. It's a different game, but we did. So you got to fix them. We've got a very, very talented Georgia State team. I got to watch a little bit of them against Louisiana Lafayette last week, and just a really, really explosive athletes. Sean's done a great job there building that program. We got our hands full next week, but really want to focus on this film tomorrow and get our corrections made before turning everything to Georgia State tomorrow night.
Coach, with Georgia State having the troubles with the coronavirus, is there a timetable you would know if they decided to cancel the game next week?
I mean, I don't. Until they do, we're playing it, and I would bet we probably play the game. I don't think that their issues are quite as bad as what some may think they are. I think we'll probably play the game. We'll see.
Mike, along those lines, all things considered, it's been 58 days since you guys began fall camp to today. You had an interruption along the way and 3 postponements that could very well be cancellations. What are the emotions for you guys just getting to be able to be out there today, all things considered? Yeah.
No, we had 2 pauses since we started. So it's we're glad to be playing ball. That's it. The kids were excited to play. I felt great about them last night. I mean, they had such a good demeanor about them. I've said many times how much I really like our roster and like the young men on our roster. They were fantastic today pregame. Really came out with a lot of energy. It was just good to play the game, and looking forward to playing one again next week.
Coach, they hold CJ, Blake, and Tyler to 2 catches apiece. I know they play a lot of man coverage. Do you feel like you maybe could have had more opportunities there, or did they just do a good job?
Yeah, I was disappointed in our production right there. If you tell me that we're going to have man coverage, I would say we're going to have a pretty good day. And so it'll be interesting when we look at the film to see how we played, because obviously either they played exceptional or we didn't play up to our ability level.
Go ahead. Okay. Without having those fans today, how much more important was having those teammates on the sideline? Saw a lot of them coaching and cheering players on.
I thought our sideline was very positive, and the guys did a great job. The freshmen that were on the sideline that weren't playing or weren't playing much. They don't know what in the world they're in the middle of. They're kind of shell shocked a little bit. This whole thing's been tough on them, but I thought the bulk of our kids were just fantastic on the sideline. And, we all want that stadium to be full. There's no doubt. And I said it on the radio piece just before I got in here that, I look forward to the next home game when we have, 3,700 fans or whatever. I look forward to when we have 51,000 fans in there again one day. It's one of those things where, just like this pandemic, you're going through things that you're going through to get Pirate football where it's supposed to be. You make progress, but sure in the hell we'll look forward to when it's we're back to winning big ball games and a pack full stadium again.
Hey, Coach, you used several different running backs and even had some plays with Holton Ahlers. Did you like what you see from everybody, or are you leaning towards one running back, or are you going to start or keep doing running back committee?
Well, we're always going to play several. I just think that allows you to have fresh guys in the fourth quarter. They better take care of the football. They're not going to be out there. I don't like that. We can't have ball security issues. Really encouraged with the young backs and the way they played late in the game. When they got their opportunity there in the second half, they've got a chance. I thought Penix ran with a lot of toughness today. So, we got to evaluate the film and see everything. But certainly I really like our running back room.
Coach, when you have such a young team, especially defense in different kind of spots, and you play a team like UCF, do you think that almost just adds to what you learn or they'll learn when they do watch the film and taking that from week 1 to week 2?
Well, I think every snap's an experience. Every snap, it's like I was talking to young Sean Tucker. Snead has a punt return, and I'm watching it from the other end of the field, and I can see it, just evolving as the whole play happened. And I see Sean. I'm like, don't hit him in the back. Don't hit him in the back. I see he wants to, and by God, he hit him in the back. And, and he's a freshman. And you got to take that moment and you got to teach them. And I told him, so you get one of these, you got to learn from it. You can't do it again. And it's that is no different than, third down. And, I got to spill the guard, or I've got to box the tackle, or I've got to fit this thing correctly. Every snap is an experience. And you see veteran ball clubs, and certainly I've had a bunch of them. You see veteran ball clubs, they don't make those mistakes. Veteran ball clubs don't turn the ball over in critical situations. Veteran ball clubs don't have those critical penalties. And that's comes from experience. So every snap these young kids play is experience. And every snap that they play, they're going to improve. So I'm so glad we played today. I can't wait till we play again. It's kind of rejuvenating to be as excited to go play again, because I know that we're going to continue to improve. And there's their attitudes have been so positive. If we can keep them there, then they are going to continue to improve. They're going to continue to get better.
Coach, one of the things I saw today was the fact that this team never gave up, all the way scoring at the very end of the game. I know that's got to be a product of you and the coaching staff to never give up.
We're not going to. And I've been down before and had some great comeback wins, and it's because you've got to develop that mentality. So if there's time on the clock, and we're going to play, and that's no different than right there at the end. We got the score. We try to get the onside kick. I think that play is important. It's a live play. It's so hard to simulate that onside kick in practice. So that was the best practice we could get, was that execution of that play. We may change something, do it different next time. But, as long as there's time on the clock, you're out there competing.
Okay, are there any other questions for Coach Houston? Okay, thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. See you next week.
Okay. Okay, everybody, players should be coming hopefully soon, so just kind of bear with us.
X is here.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, everybody, we have Xavier here, so questions for him.
Xavier, you guys were able to get off to a good start. Can you just kind of talk about the start to the game, and then maybe what adjustments UCF made to have later on success?
Our game plan was to come out swinging fast, and I feel like that's what we did. They didn't expect for that to happen, and then we seen what was going on. So we was just pressing, like, keep our foots on their necks, and just keep doing what we're doing, make the plays we need to make. And then as the game went on, obviously the tempo, I feel like the tempo kind of got us just a little bit, not really, because we was handling it well throughout the game, but we just got to do a better job executing and, like, making the plays we have to make. And I feel like that one, like, we had a couple busts, hurt us, obviously, so we just got to make the plays we can make.
Xavier, have you ever seen a team that plays at that pace offensively before?
I played them last year, so I kind of knew what to expect. But, every single year, it's the same. It's gonna start to catch you eventually.
What about Xavier as a player, when y'all are playing your first game, especially during a weird kind of season like this, and UCF's already played one? Do you think that factored in y'all at all, or how do you manage that as a player?
Personally, I knew the first game there was going to be a couple wrinkles because, this, like I said, this is like you said, sorry about that. It's a weird year, and they already have that one game under their belt, so we knew that there was going to be some wrinkles in today's game. But that just goes back to what I said, like, making the plays we have to make. If we have to be somewhere, we have to be there, and, like, if we're not, that's where those big plays occur, and then we just got to execute better.
Xavier, going off along that, with this being your first game after so much buildup, it might have been beneficial to see one of the better offenses. So what was your biggest takeaway from your first test of the season?
If it would have been the number one team in the country, I think the guys on this team, we just love to compete. So we were excited that this was the first game. And basically, I think we decided that this was the first game we had a chance to go out there and just show them, like, all the hard work we put in and, like, what we have to bring to the table. I feel like that was the biggest takeaway out of this game, that we got that point across. We just got to do a better job finishing and making our plays.
Can you describe at all what it's like to play in a stadium like this without many fans, especially when you're a team that's trying to pull an upset and a big win? Imagine if y'all would have got that lead early and you had thousands of people here. I mean, what different is that without fans kind of supporting y'all?
I mean, it's kind of different, but not really, because all I need, me personally, is the guys on the field. You know, that's where I get my energy from. And I feel like really the fan has no effect on like how we play today, because all the energy is coming from our sideline. In reality, that's what really fuels us as a team, not the fans, but like us as a unit rallying for one another.
Xavier, how much of winning is just going to come down to getting some confidence built up and maybe getting some wins under your belt before you can begin to believe that you're going to win some of these kinds of games?
I mean, I believe we're going to win every single game we play in. But like I said, we just got to do a better job executing and doing our jobs. But me personally, every game we going to win by expectation.
Xavier, how much better you think you guys as a defense can get from game one to game two? So many young guys playing around you. Do you feel like there will be a big leap there?
I mean, I do, because I remember last year, you know, I was kind of just like them, like first college start, and, you know, it's a lot to take on. But like I said, like with time and experience is like when we're going to grow and achieve that. So we just got to stay in the playbook and come to practice ready to work, get these corrections made.
With everything that's been Sorry, Mom. I was just gonna say, with everything that's been going on in 2020 with COVID and everything with social justice, having Coach Marcus Anderson, how much more has he meant to the team this year? And are you one of the people that have definitely gone to him to talk and get advice?
I love Marcus. Marcus is a big impact on the team. You know, he talks to a lot of guys, like not just during the football season, but like outside of the football season. Me personally, I talk to him outside of football. You know, he helps me with some things that I got going on and a lot of people on the team. I feel like he's really beneficial to this team.
Okay, Xavier, thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate you.
Okay. Guys, we should have Holton on in just a minute.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey, Holton. Okay, guys, we'll have questions for Holton.
Holton, you guys got off to an ideal start. What do you think kind of went wrong after that in the drives to follow, where you guys kind of stalled out a little bit, turned the ball over, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said there were turnovers. I mean, I think we had drives going there. We just stopped ourselves. It starts with me. I had a fumble. I got to be better, and, I mean, we're just going to work this week and get better from that. But, I mean, obviously we started hot. You know, we felt like the game plan was good just going into it, and we wanted to, you know, we knew that their first quarter was explosive, and we wanted to be that way too. And, I mean, we were, other than turnovers. I mean, if we don't turn the ball over there, we got drives going.
Holton, what'd you learn about your offense overall? It's like you said, without the turnovers, you know, you proved that you could move the football against a really, really good football team today. What does that do for you guys moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, they are one of the best teams in the country and one of the best teams in the conference. But, you know, I believe that we got a pretty good team too, and we just got to go out there and battle a little bit better. You know, I got to be better, and it starts with me no matter what. And I'm gonna, you know, take that in and continue to work this week.
What is it kind of going on that? What is it like when you're opposing a team like that? Y'all ended up actually out-rushing UCF, but you know they're going to score 45, 40, 50 points every time. Is there pressure, or just you know you have to take advantage of opportunities because of what they're going to do on the other side, I guess?
No, I mean, I think you said it. You just got to take advantage of opportunities. I mean, we knew going in that they were going to score, but, I mean, we got to score more than that too. Our offense is better than what we put out there today, and I'm better than what we put out there today. And I think collectively, I think we can come together and say that. And all we can do is just learn from it, you know, watch the film and get better next week. You know, we're fortunate that we hopefully have a game next week, whoever it is, and just go out there and show that we're better than that.
Well, and on the whole, it's been 58 days since you guys started camp at the end of July. You had a couple of postponements. You had 3 games that were postponed, likely going to be canceled. Was there ever any point along the way where you thought this might not happen?
Yeah, there was plenty of times when I thought that, I mean, I think you don't even, we were in there yesterday and we had a Zoom call with Dr. Armin about 2:00, and that was his final say so if we were going to go and if we're not. And I was in the locker room with pretty much the whole team because we had meetings after that. And I mean, we didn't know what was going to happen. We didn't know if they called it because we were getting the game canceled. I mean, we truly didn't know. We prepared as if we had a game, but I mean, with 2020, I mean, we get so close so many times. I mean, you just don't know what's going to happen. But, I mean, we were prepared. I don't think it wasn't any of that. I mean, I do think that, I mean, anytime you have a Zoom call with a doctor, I mean, we're going to get scared now because we've been shut down a few times and games pushed back and stuff like that. So, I mean, it changes every single week.
Holton, can you talk about getting some of the younger backs involved today, especially Keaton Mitchell in the passing and run game, and Raji had a pretty good day as well?
Yeah, they're talented. I mean, I've known that since the day I got here that they were talented, and I mean, each game, each snap is experience for them that they're going to be better. I mean, they're going to be great backs here. They already are pretty good, and I mean, I think that the more they get in the passing game and the more pass blocking, the more that they'll get in, and really, because I mean, the running the ball is not their issue, and they just got to continue to grow. And I mean, as any freshman do, I mean, they're going to make mistakes, but I mean, we all kind of made mistakes today. It's not just them.
When you just talked about the meeting with the doctors and Zoom, have y'all gotten used to any of that yet? Or now that you've played a game, is this just kind of part of college football now and how unpredictable it might be? Do you get used to any of that or no?
You're doing away. I mean, I thought I told Blake as we were walking out there to the field, I didn't even think about the fans really until, I mean, obviously the pirate walk and all that, you notice it, but you're so dialed in that the fans, you notice it more during the game, on third down stuff and the defense is in. But when I'm on the field, I'm pretty locked in. But, I mean, like the meetings and stuff, we have so many meetings now. I mean, we get tested 3 times a week, and every single text, every single call, it's like, is this the one where I test positive? Is this one where I got to miss time? So, I mean, that is weird, but that's just how it's going to be. I mean, we all want to play, and that's just what we got to go through to play.
One thing I had asked Xavier earlier, having Coach Anderson this season with everything that's gone on in 2020, how important has he been to the team this year?
Yeah, he's very important. I mean, the spiritual side of it is definitely, something that a lot of us lean on this team, and this team really leans on. We just got to have a understanding that there is a plan through this. I mean, we finally got to play a game today, and we're blessed for that. I mean, we wish there was a better outcome, but at the same time, we are blessed that we do get to play.
Holton, with the coronavirus, do you feel like with that adversity, do you feel like the guys on the team, have y'all gotten even closer?
For sure. Yeah. We always talk, 40 years from now, we're always going to remember this team no matter what happens, just because of everything we went through in this year. And, I mean, I definitely think we have. I mean, just staying in touch, even really the time away helped us grow closer too, because you figured out who cared and who really wanted it. And then when you get back and you see the faces that you haven't seen in a while, I mean, it's special. But, I mean, I believe in this team. No matter what happens, I believe in this team.
Holton, on that same kind of lane there, your leadership has been on display this whole off season and preseason. Has the social justice issues brought y'all closer together as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think anything like that is going to bring someone closer together as a team, at least. I mean, it's not a political thing. I mean, they just want equality, and we understand that. And I mean, we just love, they're brothers. I mean, if anyone who can go inside that locker room experience what we experienced, then I mean, there's no racism, there's no inequality. It's none of that. I mean, it's brothers. I mean, it's the same people, it's the same guys that, I mean, you go to war with, and I really appreciate them.
Any other questions? Thanks, Holton.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We're good, Malcolm? Thanks.